Now speaking of this flooring stuff, you've been watching my videos, you've seen that down this hallway I ran that same material all the way down here, all the way along over here, underneath here. You might think, hey Joe, why didn't you just put it where your plastic area is? Did you really have to do it over here? Well, it's kind of thick and I wanted to try it out and I had enough, so I thought I'll just put that underneath there to minimize any scratching that maybe the refrigerator would do as it's going back in. And I'm going to have construction workers here after I get that countertops all clean and stuff. The countertop guys are going to be here in the next few days, and I thought, well, since I'm going this far, why not go ahead and do this? That protects it from them coming in and out, from them dropping anything, dropping any tools, and that sort of thing, you know. So it didn't really take me that much longer to do that. I don't know when I'm going to use this material next. And a few days after the countertops come, then I got to get the plumber in here, and he's going to be slopping all his tools in here, crawling in and doing work underneath the sink. That's why I put a double layer right in there for him to hook up the sink, the new garbage disposal, all that kind of stuff. And I figured, hey, shoot, why not? And then a couple of days after that, we're getting a new washer and dryer, a stackable washer and dryer, and they've got to huff it up these stairs. And I figure, hey, I might as well protect the floor on that too. Seems as though I'm going through all this work, having them get the old washer and dryer down here, having them put the new washer and dryer up here. In fact, I might even put a little piece of cardboard in here too before they come to protect the floor. But they've got these straps that they put around their shoulders and underneath, and it's really amazing how easy it looks to lift washer and dryers when you have that type of strapping. They're gonna almost run up and down these stairs with the old washer and dryer. I'm not quite sure how they're gonna do the new washer and dryer because it's stackable and we got a little ceiling section up in there, and I'm hoping they can lift it straight up and over, boom, 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 because they won't be able to really carry it lengthwise with those straps. But it'll be kind of interesting to see how they're going to do that. So for all of those different reasons, you know, I thought I would put this stuff down on the floor in the hallway as well. So see, even after the washer and dryer come and stuff, after the countertops get installed, after the plumber's here, then I'm going to take this and I'm going to leave all the flooring material, this matting stuff down until they're all done. Then before I slide this back into place, I'll just I'll remove the paper that's going to go underneath the refrigerator and pull it out probably at least to there, that long area, and I might have to cut that back. I'll just have to measure the depth and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll leave this down all on the floor until I swivel that back in there, because if you got new flooring, if you got good flooring, you might want to protect it, because with it being over here, and when you get it over that way, granted it's got wheels on it, and I'm going to make big wide sweeping turns. You don't want to turn it too sharp. That way you're using the edge of your wheels and you're liable to put scratches on your new flooring, on your tile, on your grout lines, on your laminate wood flooring, on your linoleum, all that kind of stuff. For all of those reasons, you know, I'm going to leave this stuff down until I jockey it back into place. Then I can pull up the rest of it. As it was, when I took it out, I had to be real careful, and I was holding my mouth just right and stuff as I was sliding it, kind of pulling it and making wide sweeps and stuff to get it all the way over here. And it didn't do anything. This is a brand new vinyl planking flooring. It didn't put any scratches, marks on it or anything like that. And so I was good to go for that. But hey, you might as well be safe rather than sorry. Hey, so of course I'm going to make more videos of this project. What am I going to show tomorrow? Well, more of the same as removing this. Now granted, I didn't show you how I pulled up the concrete and the wire, and I'll do some of that tomorrow, and I'll just show some more stuff. So if you're inclined, if you've been watching the videos up to here, you might as well watch the next part of this video series, because you never know. I never know from video to video what I'm going to say next, what I've already said on a previous video, what I haven't said yet, and all that kind of stuff. You want to keep watching me. Yes, I'm doing this all by myself. Me, myself, and I, the three amigos. And if you want to continue watching this, please stick around. Hey, well, if you will remember on a previous episode, I told you that this is a cast iron sink. It's got a garbage disposal on it. And when I take it out, I think I'm going to put it for sale on Facebook Marketplace. And what I should have done, man, dabbity nabbit, I should have taken a picture of it prior to starting the work and having the counters all dusty and all that kind of stuff. And later on, before I start ripping this countertop out tomorrow, maybe I'll wipe this area down, or just get a picture, rinse the sink out or something, take a picture of that, take a picture of the garbage disposal underneath, and put it on Facebook Marketplace. And I might even have it sold the day that I take it out, or over the weekend. If I post it, I could take a picture of it today, which is Wednesday, and it will be up there for Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday. Somebody could pick it up Friday afternoon or over the weekend, and I'll bet you I can make some money on that. I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to ask. I'm going to look at the garbage disposal underneath. I think it's still in really good shape, and it's a nice sink. It's held up. It's an Elger. It's 15 years old. Somebody could do some good work with that thing, because have you priced cast iron sinks? If you need a cast iron sink, and if you're going to place it down on top of the counter, which more times than not nowadays they put them underneath the counters. Okay, they're about $1,000 or so at the store. So I might be able to sell that and the garbage disposal for $200, $225 maybe. I'll see. I'll look and see if there's any other ones on Facebook Marketplace, see what costs those are. And if anybody knows the cost of those, they'll know that they're getting a good deal. Okay, so remember that could pay for your additional tools that you need. To do a project like this. You'll have those tools for next time. All the fringe benefits of doing things yourself. Why pay someone else when you can do it yourself? I have no idea. So just remember, when you're taking things out, if you think you can sell it on Facebook Marketplace, do it. You never know what you're gonna get until you try. Now, food for thought here. I just got done taking this out. That made a big, huge mess. And when I take up everything around here, I'm going to be constantly having stuff wanting to go in here. I'm going to have to, I guess I can just put some paper towel or something down in the holes and stuff. Because granted, if I try to take this out towards one of the first things, then I'm going to have a hole here in the cabinet, aren't I? And everything's going to get in here. So I think my best bet is to leave this sink in here until the end. That way we can use it for a couple more days if we need it.